What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I'm the Canadian Zombie, guys, and today I'm bringing you guys the first episode in our new podcast series that I'm bringing you with my co-host, Insanity, my boy, the worst Go-Rod Covey player of all time.
Fuck you, bro. Honestly, like, everyone on my friends list can't beat my record, so
All right.
suck with
But
it,
guys,
honestly.
this is going to be a mini style podcast series where we talk about discussions every week, discussions that you guys answer on your guys' opinions on Twitter. We're going to post, so it's a very community-based series for both of our channels. So if you guys are interested in that stuff, make sure you go follow us on Twitter. Both of our Twitter links will be in the description, so make sure to go check that out, and you guys can be included in the next podcast. So today's podcast discussion is going to be something very kind of touchy. So today we got the big release, the confirmation of Call of Duty World War II, which was I was so happy to finally. I was just relieved to finally hear that.
Yeah, same. Definitely. I've been, COD's been getting stale. Infinite Warfare, I mean, I couldn't play that. Zombies was all I could rely on, but it was getting repetitive, and
Exactly.
even, everything, going back to old zombies is still not enough. But yeah.
So
I'm
on
happy,
that
I'm
topic
excited.
of zombies that Chris just went into, the question that we're asking you guys today and that we're discussing is that whether or not Call of Duty Sledgehammer should make the jump to producing some type of Nazi-style zombie-themed game mode for Call of Duty World War II. And surprisingly, we wanted to go ask you guys what you guys' opinion were, and Chris ran a poll on his Twitter, and I have the results right here. So 67% of you guys said that it's a good idea, and the rest of you guys basically said, fuck no, get out of here.
Yeah.
33% said no, to be exact. So I was pretty surprised by this. Are you surprised by that number at all?
I'm honestly surprised it was more yes than no.
See, exactly, that's what I was surprised at. Like, if people really love zombies, they will want a year off. Something new.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I would love a Nazi-themed game, like, it's gonna kill zombies for Treyarch, like, 4 years in a row. Like, the hype might not be there, and that might kill the community even more than it's already is right now.
I mean, not only that, I think, people are like, everyone's complaining about it, but it shocks me, everyone's like, okay, well, we want Nazi zombies now, but how honestly different is it from, regular zombies? I think it's going to be...
I don't think the problem's going to be whether or not if it's similar enough to Treyarch. I think, honestly, it'll be a very good game if they were to do it. If they didn't make it really, like... If it's not like Exo Zombies with the stupid, like, survivors and stuff like that, I think they could do a good job with it. I think they've learned from Exo Zombies what to do with a zombies game. But like, the question I just don't know is that whether or not it's going to be worth, like... them trying to risk the only thing COD has going for it right now, which is zombies.
Yeah, I don't want them to sacrifice it, and then next Treyarch game comes out stale. I don't want that to happen. I want it to be, yeah.
Now, I think that my personal opinion is that I would prefer not to see it, but if we saw it, I wouldn't be too upset, because at least it's new content. But at the same time, Infinite Warfare is Shall and Shuffle, all this crap. It's new content, but no one cares. And is that going to be the same way for a game that, might not be as hyped up for zombies as it is for more of a multiplayer campaign style game?
Even, take it back to Black Ops 3, right? You get this game and everyone was hyped. The trailer did well, the multiplayer trailer did well.
The advertising was perfect for that game.
But then you go to Infinite Warfare, and hell, I mean, the zombies, I don't like it.
Neither do I.
But I don't think it's bad. I really don't think it's an awful game. I would never put it, top 5 worst. But I think the fact of how poor the feedback of overall of Infinite Warfare reflects on that. Black Ops 3, amazing feedback. Even with some people don't, like that much Black Ops 3 zombies. It just shows so good because of all this positive feedback.
Very true.
And
it's very well marketed. It's a very well marketed series in general, if you think about it. Treyarch's always been well marketed when it comes to zombies. They've always done a good job with that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I wanted to get your guys' opinion, so I'm asked the Twitter question of whether or not you guys would want to see a Call of Duty Zombies Nazi-themed type era, and I was actually kind of, again, shocked by the responses. So from Perry Singill at Twitter, Perry Singill said, yes, bitch, without a doubt. So I guess he really wants some zombies, and maybe me and this guy's got beef. We're going to have to find that out. What else? What do you think about that? Do you want that's more surprising? We
Sorry.
B&D Gaming at B&D Gaming YouTube on Twitter said yes with exclamation mark. So we got some more yeses, not a lot of nos. And we got Miggy at Maestro934 on Twitter that says I think they should keep it in a dark violent like World War II. If they want all fun and hype like IW's zombies, then they shouldn't. And I kind of know where he's going for here. Like IW's got this really like fun atmosphere to it, and if they're doing like really dark like Verrucht Derice type thing, it might work, but at the same time, do we really want to risk it not working?
Yeah, because if it doesn't work, zombies that's like a big problem. Obviously, Treyarch can come back because I think the failed zombies is kind of just been like, oh, we're not.
There's been two major failed zombie games in Advanced Warfare and Infinite Warfare. If World War II can even do decent, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, I've been thinking about this. Everyone's like, oh, zombies gonna die because it's being repeated, but it's not being really repeated because every time it's repeated, it's bad. So once it comes out and it's good, it'll be even better.
What I'm curious to see is that the first map we ever got in this type of era, like of Nazi-themed zombies, was just a simple Nocturne Totem. I wonder what they would go for to set the tone if they were actually to do zombies. Imagine what the tone would be. It'd be really. That'd be like what I'd be hyped for, just to see what they would try to like set the tone of the whole series. What it would be.
Yeah,
I think that'd be interesting.
Maybe they take like everyone says Gorod Krovi brings them back to like World at War days, and I barely see that. I think it's just say you take Gorod Krovi, but take out all the super new stuff like the specialist stuff and all this stuff, and then make it kind of feel more like Derice because it has that 3 kind of to activate package, like almost a 3 teleporter system, but it's 3 pods. I think if they do something like that that's simple but large and is innovative at the same time, I think that's a good way to lead us off, and then you can get into the complex maps and tell the storyline more.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You can do a good map with good content, simple enough Easter egg, that is easy and is actually worthwhile doing in like Shadows with like 5-second cutscene.
Yeah.
I think it could do well. And then we also have one more tweet that was that we got a Twitter message from. We got Nick. I'm sorry if I say this wrong. Nick Ippolito and at Nick22 Rocks, and he was saying that yes, he would like it, and that they have the chance to make a storyline involving Hitler with a classic feel and modernized perks, but somewhat classic guns and maps. So kind of still on that topic of like modern, but kind of that feel of old zombies like Gorod Krovi, like you were just talking about, which I definitely can relate to. But like at the same time, we're getting back to that core point in this discussion is that whether or not it's worth them risking making a good zombies game to kill Treyarch, which kind of started this whole thing off.
I don't know though, because the thing is, obviously saying we want this Hitler stuff. I think obviously just kind of going back to the issue, I don't know, do you find using Hitler, because obviously not to get into some political topic, but obviously I think you'd probably find Hitler as a horrible figure,
I don't think a storyline like I get what Nick's trying to say, but at the same time I don't feel that it's worth like them risking bad feedback, because like in World at War didn't even have Hitler really in it. It was just Nazi symbolism. Can you imagine if they actually had like a voice actor like portraying Hitler, or like or something like that? There would be a lot of problems. There'd be a lot of sales and marketing issues. So I don't think they're gonna actually go for that.
I don't.
But like maybe what we'll see is that maybe what'll happen is that like maybe, and this is just all speculation, guys, is that maybe we'll see like kind of like what Nocturne Totem and Verrucht were. Maybe we'll see like an American squadron sent to investigate 115. Maybe they'll go in like to a side story of 115, kind of like what Fear the Walking Dead is to Walking Dead, a different side of the storyline we already know. We get to see these special ops teams adventuring out and like fighting the zombies and learning more and more, and then maybe like in the final map they somehow see the Takia, Richtoff, and Dempsey.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nikolai, like maybe something like that. Maybe if they were able to incorporate Treyarch, and then in Black Ops, whatever the next Treyarch game is, Black Ops 4, then they incorporate how that like those characters may be in as an Easter egg or something like that to kind of spice things up, because we kind of don't want to just have to deal with like everyone's saying if we're gonna have a Black Ops 4 with this type of storyline or whatever, it's gonna be like 2 different Easter eggs, the Monty side and the Shadow Man side or whatever.
I think it's gonna be
And I
like
don't think, and I think that if they were to do like throw in these characters into a certain map, I think it would sell, because if this zombies game does well, people are
yeah.
gonna want to see
Think,
that type of feel with those characters. And also, I feel like maybe that if they were able to incorporate that some way, it maybe would kind of like keep zombies afloat. Like, hey, this is just like a prequel to what we're gonna get in the next game, so stay tuned for that. Maybe that would be their best marketing thing, but I don't think they're that smart.
I think think about that. Look, I mean, think about how good of a marketing technique that stunt that is. Say you have Treyarch helping make this new zombies game, it'll be probably pretty good. If you do that, connect it to the Treyarch storyline, everyone's gonna want to buy the next game. People who only buy the Treyarch gamers, people who only buy the Sledgehammer game, whatever. Everyone's gonna want to start buying those two games if you guys even relate a little bit into the zombie storyline, because it's gonna be so much better. It's a good marketing stunt, and
it doesn't have to be like this IW, AW different storyline. Like this Infinite Warfare storyline is just gonna end like such a shitty note, like the Advanced Warfare one, which is like the music and like this guy went on to do this, and this like a High School Musical ending or something like that. Like we don't want that in zombies. We want like something like good. Like yes, you could argue that the Revelations ending wasn't what wasn't as hyped as it was meant to be, but it still wasn't as bad as what we had seen before with Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, I want to get in this. Revelations cutscene. Okay, I did the Easter egg recently, with some buds, and I was watching it. I was like, okay,
you've seen it 1,000 times before.
Seen it 1,000 times. All the controversy, and I watched it. I thought for a second, like, this isn't as bad.
Well, it's the same thing with the origin cutscenes. Like, everyone thought the origin cutscene was shit, no one understood it, and then it finally made sense, it clicked in for Black Ops 3, and it was good. So, like, you can't say it's bad until after. We gotta wait and see. Origins cutscene is just a wait and see, but that's kind of getting off topic, but I definitely see what you're going there with. But the main point of the reason is that now, to end this episode kind of on a high note, guys, we're going to give our full opinion, just yes or no answer, whether or not we want a Nazi-themed zombies game mode for Call of Duty 2017 World War II. Now, Chris, what's your answer on that?
Okay. Nazi zombies, no. It's just not, I don't think it'll fit well with it. I think it will be too repetitive for zombies. Now, if you say you throw something with Treyarch in there, maybe. But I don't want the risk. I don't want it. I just want...
Yeah, I'm the exact same, guys. Unfortunately, I have to say no, just because I don't want them jeopardizing zombies for the Treyarch's next game, because I'm really planning to grow my channel off that game.
Yeah.
So, like, and grow up to that game. And I really don't want another year. Like, I would love zombies content, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to fit well with the storyline, the way zombies has been, like, portrayed other than Treyarch. They'd have to really nail it head on for me to be able to enjoy it. And even if it wasn't the best game, if it was Nazi-themed, I think I would still buy it, just because I think that's pretty freaking dope. And I think they have the balls to do that in today's market, how, everything is about, like, that type of topic. So I definitely would... Give it a buy if there is zombies. Either way, guys, me and Chris are going to be playing the hell out of this game. We cannot wait to do it. And, guys, for next week's podcast, make sure, or I guess not even a podcast, what the fuck do you want to call this thing? Mini questionnaire discussion shit? I don't know. But for the next week's question, guys, it's going to be, what is your favorite weapon to not ever get out of the... Actually, no, what am I even saying?
No.
I don't even know. We didn't get this far. What do you want next week? What next week's question to be?
Interruption here from the host. Okay, so DLC 5 has basically been confirmed right now.
What?
It's out. It's out there. And all that Richthofer, fuck.
The voice acting shit?
That's too much proof. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you. I'm used to be a believer. I kind of went down. I'm a full believer now. So,
all right, then let me ask this. Then I just got it. Then for next week's question, guys, here it is. Okay. Is DLC 5 still necessary to be able to keep zombies, or more importantly, Call of Duty players happy until September or whatever? I think November or September, when World War II is going to launch. Let me guys know that we need new content, or is the fact of knowing that we're going to have all this new release stuff and that it's hype season's getting built up for the new Call of Duty World War II game? Do we still need DLC 5? Or are we just going to have to wait? Like, do we still need it? And is it still going to happen now that all this information is coming out about this coming up year's COD? We want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to go leave a yes or no, long-ass paragraph, whatever. We don't care. We just love to read some comments. You guys can make them funny. Don't be afraid to tell some jokes. Guys, make sure to go comment in the description on that topic that we just asked you guys to comment on. And we will see you guys in next week's podcast. I am the Canadian Zombie.
I'm I'm Sandy, and
And this has been the insane Canadian discussion. Take care, guys.
yeah. See you.